I just signed the proclamation on asylum, very important. People can come in, but they have to come in through the ports of entry.
All right, meanwhile, it's a good thing the president stopped before he went to Paris. He had a lot to say. The Central American migrant caravan is still snaking towards the U.S. border. Now President Trump is responding, as you just heard, to its approach by tightening U.S. asylum laws. This is really I'm very curious about this, see if it's going to withstand a test. In a proclamation signed this morning, the president says that nobody caught illegally entering the U.S. will be allowed to claim asylum after the fact. They'll never be citizens. The move is already facing a legal challenge. Andrew Arthur is a former immigration judge and law and policy fellow at the Center for Immigration Studies and joins us right now. Andrew, first tell me what this executive order with this proclamation says.
The executive order actually bars the entry of individuals who are entering the United States illegally to the United States. He's using his authority under Section 212F and 215A of the INA to do that.
So he's saying if you try to sneak in and, you go and you claim asylum, you're not going to, if you don't go to the port of entry, you are never going to be a citizen. So you better go to the port of entry and you better go in the right way. And then we'll hear what you have to say and see if it adds up to the level that we accept you for asylum, right?
That's correct. And what the president is attempting to do is to channel everybody who has what's called a credible fear claim through those ports of entry so that they can enter in a orderly and legal fashion rather than sneaking across the border where we have to use our Border Patrol agents to go out and find them. That it puts huge stress on the 16,000 Border Patrol agents who patrol the 1,900 miles of the border every day. And it makes the system break down. And so, quite frankly, this is the best possible solution that we could have, to have those people go through the port of entry. That'll also give those people encouragement to apply in a third country, Mexico, which is an asylum-granting country as well.
Yeah, I read that in the last fiscal year, 140,000 Central and South Americans have come to this country illegally. So now if you ferry them to the port of entry, then all of a sudden some are going to say this takes forever. The process is going to be so long that the word's going to get out that it's not easy to get into this country anymore, and it'll have a positive ripple effect. That's the hope, correct?
That's exactly the hope. Right now, we're seeing about 2,000 people a day who are inadmissible to the United States who are apprehended. The president is attempting to stem that flow, and that's even before the caravan of individuals from the Northern Triangle countries of El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala even make it to the United States. So you can imagine how much worse it's going to be once they do actually make it to this country. And the president's attempting to proactively, again, funnel those individuals into the ports of entry where they can be processed in an orderly fashion.
So do it the right way, work yourself towards a green card, make the green card citizenship, or do it the wrong way and blow it. When you're never going to be a citizen, there is something called spared from deportation by qualifying for a lesser status known as withholding of removal. That's in the bylaws. We'll see if this can withstand a legal challenge. But you just told me in the break that you think this is very creative and this is a very well thought out provision.
I really think that the president has had the experience of having his other executive orders and proclamations subject to many layers of judicial review, and I think that they've done a very good job of crafting this one to sustain those challenges.
All right, and the ACLU will be there to test it. Thank you so much, Andrew Arthur.
Thank you, Brian.